Discourse 4 through 6. Germain speaking. Invocation. Almighty infinite presence, that all-pervading healing presence, give forth thy confidence and strength. Fill the mind and body of each one with thy radiant presence. Fill every cell with thy radiant presence. Prove thy presence in thy conquering mastery and power. Mighty master presence within each one, come forth. Erase this outer human self and hold thy dominion now and forever. There is but one intelligence, presence, essence, and love, and this thou art. Pour forth thy radiance through these outer cloaks of flesh and command thy perfection to thus be manifest and sustained. Divine presence, pour thy radiance through this mind and body and see that thy wisdom directs always in every outer activity. Thou mighty infinite presence, creator of all that is, always majestic in thy conquering presence, we give power only to thee. We forever withdraw all power we have ever given to outer things and stand serene in thy majestic presence, love, wisdom, and power. Stand guard over my life, body, mind, world, and experiences, that nothing manifests unlike thee. Discourse. This mighty presence, God, in its myriad activities, is the omnipresent activity that all may use without limit if they will only dismiss from their recognition the outer appearance, which is but an appearance, and take their attention away from that which has bound them through endless centuries. Today, the scepter of power and authority stands in the atmosphere before the single eye of every advancing student. It is no idle promise that those seeking the light may again receive this dominion. By the rejoicing acceptance of your God dominion, you may step firmly upon the sure foundation of the rock of truth, which is God, and from which no outer disturbance can ever shake you, once you know from actual experience. For those who will take the authority, which is theirs, and probe deep into their motives, it will be easy to pluck out the tares from the golden grain and soon be free from the disturbance that causes them to doubt themselves in the very presence of God, which meets their hearts. When students will be honest enough with themselves and their God, the I Am Presence, to pluck out by the roots anything that is causing disturbance within them and be able to feel the mighty light and radiance of the great God Self, they will require little effort in loosening the great I Am Presence in love and intelligence, which is an ever-sustaining power and strength, assurance, or whatever they may need in order to hold their feet firm upon the rock of truth, which is one of the great jewels in God's kingdom. Its dazzling radiance will enfold them upon the slightest invitation. O students of today, hold fast to this mighty presence which beats your heart, whose life flows through your veins, whose energy flows through your mind. You have free will and can qualify and bless it to your perfection to gain the full recognition of this mighty power and give it full activity in your life. The mighty energy that surges through your mind into your body is the pure electronic energy of God, the mighty I Am Presence. If your thought is joyously held upon your God Self as the source of your being and life, that pure electronic energy continues to act unabated, uncontaminated by human discordant qualification. It must act, and you are the one who shall choose how it shall act to you. Don't ever think you can get away from this simple fact. It is an immutable law of God, and no human being can ever change it. Self-correction is the open door to your mighty illumination and freedom from all limitation in the outer world of activity. Knowing that God has the power to think, then know you have the power to correct this and should joyfully set to work to do so. The power of God's life, which beats your heart, is absolute proof that you have the intelligence and power of God within, by which you may dissolve and consume all the mistakes and discordant creation you have consciously or unconsciously drawn about yourself. You may say to this undesirable creation, I am the mighty consuming flame that now and forever consumes all past and present mistakes, their cause and effect, and all undesirable creations for which my outer is responsible. I tell you, dear students, you have come to a time when you can use this power with great authority to free yourselves from the chains of limitations that have bound you for so long. When you speak in the name, power, and authority of the mighty I Am Presence, you are releasing limitless energy to do your bidding to fulfill your desire. Why longer allow doubt and fear to beset you when I am the open door which no man can shut into the great abundance of God, waiting, surging to press forward, to heal, to bless, and to prosper you abundantly. Dare to be, to feel, to use this mighty authority, God in you. You can express perfection by taking your determined stand with sufficient intensity that I am the mighty electronic energy flowing through, filling, and renewing every cell of my mind and body right now. Do you not see, with sufficient intensity of this, in a few minutes or hours you could dispel any disturbing condition in the mind or body and allow that mighty pure energy to do its work, uncolored, unaffected by any discordant element in your own thought? You could redo any nerve, any organ, and build up any member of the body into its perfection almost immediately. Why not feel this? Apply it. And as you begin to experience the remarkable results, your confidence will leap into its perfect activity, and your mind will have all confidence in this mighty presence and power and its omnipresent, limitless use. When there is a seeming lack of energy, take your determined, joyous stand. I am the mighty presence of this alert, radiant energy surging through my mind and body, dismissing everything unlike itself. I take my stand in this alert, radiant energy and joy for all time. I am the supreme authority, God in action. Stand in the room by yourself and declare, I am master of my world. I am the victorious intelligence manifesting it. I send forth into my world this mighty, radiant, intelligent energy of God. I command it to create all perfection, to draw to me the abundance of God made visible in my hands in use. I am no longer the babe of Christ, but the master presence grown to full stature, and I speak and command with authority. Thus one may consume the mistakes and imperfection he may have created, and in the authority of the I Am, recreate immediately the perfection he desires. Know that it is constantly self-sustained so long as you do not intrude upon it the discordant activity of your thought and feeling. You are the only authority in this world. You are the supreme authority in your world, and all you have to do is say when you are beset by such conditions, I am the mighty magic circle of protection about me that is invincible and repels from me every discordant thought and element which seeks to find entrance or intrude itself. I am the perfection of my world, and it is God self-sustained. You have come to the point where you can dismiss all discord from your minds. Fill your minds with this pure electronic essence, and no discord can enter, so long as you keep it filled with this presence. I tell you again, you are the authority in your world, and if your thought is filled with this essence, then no discord will touch it. We are going to take this authority and use it, clear away all discord, and declare with no uncertainty, I am the supremacy of man. Everywhere I go, I am God in action. Being the individualized presence of God, then we know I am everywhere present, and when my consciousness takes on this expansion, I know its energy leaps into action everywhere in the cells of the body of the world as well as in my own body. We must come to know that the active presence of God, all-powerful, is everywhere present, and that there is not a single nook nor corner anywhere that the active presence of God is not, that this active presence seizes and binds all human creation and consumes instantly everything of an inharmonious and undesirable nature. Often say, I am the omnipresent, all-powerful, protecting intelligence expressing through this mind and body. It is always omnipresent, there in action when you say I am. The I am, which is everywhere present, is at that point doing the work, that moment. This is the way you set into action by the most direct means, the all-powerful action of the I am, which is all in all. Constantly remind the outer consciousness that when you say I am, you have set into action all the attributes of the Godhead. You are now at a point when you should have instantaneous activity. When you say I am in any condition, it means instant action is taking place there by the greatest power in the universe. The moment you become conscious that I am is the full activity of God, containing all the attributes of the Godhead, you do that moment have the full use of this mighty power. When you are striving for the light in unlimited action, you are striving for the greatest thing in the world. Fill your world with the presence I am. And when you do this, feel you are doing it consciously. If I want health in my body, I say, I am the presence charging this body with pure electronic energy, and I am perfect health now manifest in every organ of my body. If one will take the consciousness and use often, I am the perfect activity of every organ and cell of my body, then it must manifest. You have to be but conscious of this, then it shall be. Put your confidence in your I am instead of some outer thing. When you say I am the ascension of this physical body right now, then you have accepted and entered into that action right now. Suppose you want great intelligent activity. Say, I am the perfect intelligent activity in this body. To clear the mind, eyes, and ears, say, I am the perfect intelligent active in this brain. I am the perfect sight, looking through these eyes. I am the perfect hearing through these ears. Go at these treatments with determination, and they cannot fail. You have the reins. Now use them. Avoid all use of words that seem to be a reminder of limited conditions. Say again and again, I am the only presence acting in this. I am the only presence acting in my world. Wipe out of your mind everything but the conscious operation of the I am, for it is the most potent power possible. To make visible the illumination within your own body, I am the visible illumination through this body now. Right within yourself is a focal point. The I am in you created everything in the universe. When you enter into the confidence of the I am, it will soon do away with all obstruction. Use often, I am the consuming power and presence of every bit of doubt and questioning in my outer activity concerning this invincible activity of the I am. Keep this up, and you will always know instantly what to do. You can take this and use it, and thus remove every obstruction to the I am activity. When you operate consciously, you know positively it is done. The consciousness of an individual clothes the form with that individual's own concepts of it. When these are drawn about an individual who has generated a certain energy, they impose upon him nothing but the things in his own world. Keep reminding the outer activity, the outer consciousness, that when I say I, then I am using the infinite God power. When I say I am, I have set this power into motion to successfully accomplish whatever the idea is which has been held in consciousness, or whatever idea the attention has been held upon. Sincere students should not forget this for a single hour until the truth becomes so fixed in the outer activity that it automatically acts. Do not fear that you are running amok with your imagination when you sense and feel the nearness of the full manifestation of the mighty individualized presence. Rejoice. Believe in the mighty presence that holds in its embrace everything in this world that you can desire or use. You are not dependent on outer things. With the joyous entering into this mighty power and presence which contains all, I want you to feel, joyously accept, and with all your being, know that the power of precipitation is no myth. It is real. Those who enter into this feeling deep enough will have the precipitation of anything they want. My beloved ones, if we suddenly find ourselves needing courage or strength, say, I am there surging forth, supplying this instantly. If we need harmony in my mind or body, then I am there supplying it instantly, and I do not need to wait. Go right on rejoicing in the visible, active presence precipitated into your life and use whatever you wish. I am the precipitation and visible presence of whatever I desire, and no man can interfere with it. The more you put it into use, the greater the power you put into it. Know you can do it with the inner spiritual things far greater and quicker than in the outer things. For with the spirit, the power acts instantly. There is no waiting when the I am acts. The fact that you give credence to development of the muscular system by use should make you realize that the same effort given to the exercise and recognition of the inner power would naturally produce far greater results. For instance, man is supposed to perform certain physical exercises in order to develop his muscles. I have in my students many, many times enabled them to produce powerful muscles in a symmetrical, beautiful body without having taken a single exercise to do it. It is the same with the exercise of your inner faculties and bringing forth the inner power in all development, either of the inner or the outer. The first part of the exercise is mental. Here we must know that there is only one power and energy to use, and that is from the I am God presence in you. Therefore, the exercise of your inner faculties is necessarily mental. Called mental, but I say to you, it is God in action, because you cannot form a thought without the intelligence and energy of God to do it. Therefore, your mental activity is the energy of God in action. Now you can see how easy and possible it is to make a strong physical body without lifting your hand in physical exercise to do it. No kind of activity can take place in the outer form or experience by the use of this inner God energy and power, except by the use of this inner God energy and power. Know there is the fountain within you to recharge, to rebuild you against all the discrepancies called old age. Thus you can stand forth, renewed again in the fullness of youth and power, for such is the way of life, God's life. It keeps the most marvelous vibratory action expressing for each one. It is perfectly wonderful if you could see the interaction of it. Let each one enter into the happiness and love of perfect obedience and liberate the great power of God. If one just lets go of the outer and enters into the inner, every discord lets go at once. Persistent, determined recognition of this I am presence will take you through anything to absolute certain accomplishment. With persistent effort and determination, you will open the door and step through into this great inner chamber filled with such dazzling light, jewels, gold, and substance from which every kind of food in the universe can be precipitated. Then with this truth plainly before you, step through, take this scepter, and be free. Beloved ones, again I say to you, sing the great melody of the I am conquering presence. Sing it in your hearts continuously. Feel it with all your ability. Be determined to use it. Hold fast to that determination, and knowledge and the way will steadily open to give you that mastery which is your eternal freedom. Just keep joyously knowing that you are through the veil now to seek, find, and apply the law of one's own being is the student's sure road to mastery, and only when the individual has attained it himself may he really understand what true mastery is. There is only one mastery to be sought, and that is over one's own outer self. If you put your attention upon it, it rushes forth more and more. Where the conscious attention is fixed, there the energy pours. Dear ones, do you not see when you want something revealed or to be inspired in some way, do you not see, I am that? The moment you say, I am, you set in motion this power that has inherent within it all these faculties. It has all substance and must take on whatever form the attention of the mind is fixed upon. The I am is the fathomless mind of God. In reaching for understanding, the average student is but contacting the reoccurring memory of that which has been, instead of going into the heart of God and bringing forth that which has never been. to do unusual things, the students who wish to do this take the determined stand. I am the heart of God, and I now bring forth ideas and accomplishments which have never been brought forth before. Consider only, I am that which I shall bring forth now. The I am presence is the heart of God. You are immediately in the great silence the moment you say, I am. If you recognize that you are the I am, then whatever you declare is manifest that moment. To believe is to have faith a thing is true. There is an interlocking of belief and faith. In the beginning, a thing is belief, and if held to, it becomes faith. If you do not believe a thing is true, you cannot bring it into manifestation. If you do not believe, I am a thing, how can it act for you? When you know that God's energy comes forth into the individual absolutely pure and perfect, then you must realize that it is the individual who requalifies that energy and imposes his own impure quality upon it. This pure God energy is projected forth by the conscious effort of the individual, and he must impose some kind of quality upon it, for that is his privilege as a creator. Everyone is constantly qualifying this energy, which is pouring forth continually. Each one is continually pouring his color and tone into it through his own consciousness. Every student must take the responsibility of his own activity in qualifying the energy he sends forth. The mind cannot act upon anything that has not intelligence inherent within it. Do not allow yourself in the human sense to consider the element of time in anything you do, but enter into a thing joyously and stick to it until it does manifest. Be like a blowtorch. If you will hold steady on the mighty God presence as the actor doing the thing, you will enter into the fullness and perfection of everything, ready for your use now. All permanent accomplishment must be by the self-conscious effort of the individual. No matter what is said in the outer world, you must be unaffected by it, for you are coming into this perfection, and you must bring it about consciously. Benediction. Mighty creative fire, we give praise and thanks for thy great omnipresence today, to heal, to bless, and to prosper everywhere. We give forth our gratitude to thee that I am the perfect understanding in operation, and that I am everywhere present, performing all required to be done. Infinite God of love, we give thanks for thy gracious outpouring today, for thy mighty radiance filling all things everywhere. We give praise and thanks that we have entered into thy world, where everything is so fair, where thy radiance, creative with every thought, brings into perfection all things held within our own thought. We thank thee.